tasteless, I noticed. Like, you guys are over here making fun of him, and it's like about how he's like stupid and he's smelly.
He did it to himself, though, to be fair.
It's like, yeah, I only have one pair of underwear.
What'd you pack to the trip? Like one pair of socks and no underwear.
Like no socks on in his Converse. It's like, ew.
It was the best thing.
It's dirty.
When Sean won up the end, he's like, so you only brought 2 T-shirts, Stasis? And I'm like, well, all we can do is go even further with this and be like, I should have said no underwear. It would have made it funnier, though.
No. The one
And here's actually the
better.
sad thing about this is, like, this cast, I've had this on for 2 weeks, and I keep, for some reason, I feel more comfortable, and I'm kind of holding it up like this by my face, and I start to smell the cast, and I have to keep putting it back down. It sucks, man.
Jeez.
Could you stop?
Well, I'm glad that you're building into your own legend of Sting.
It's like, I told him, the doctor's like, you can't shower with this. Nick's like, all right, 1 year no showering. Challenge accepted.
Oh, man.
Oh, well, the map is Circuit Breaker.
This is the map where Nyoken has to come back on. I think he can do it.
Oh, wow, you think you can?
I think he can, but it's going to be hard. I think the best bet for Nyoken to actually win here is to actually stop the third hatch from going up, like we see in a lot of the ASL games, to actually just deny that.
Well, Rhett played counter to that last game with the defensive lurker strat, and the thing is, he knows that Nyoken loves 5-racks play. If you'll let him do it, like you go Muta, he will 5-racks you into, killing your third base most of the time. So Rhett could just continue to kind of counter that.
You guys know, as a duo, and since, things are just kind of ramping up,
Yeah.
your shtick between the two of you, it's Nick, my favorite, the first 2.5 minutes of every game is him pontificating whether or not someone has a chance, how long the game will take,
Yeah.
and then some weird comments about the map in general, and then Dan will be like, yeah. And then you'll talk about the player specifically, like one of them, and you'll drop some weird reference from like 10 years ago, and then you guys go into the commentary every time.
Oh my God.
You've actually got us mapped out pretty well. I have to say, I'm impressed.
Yeah, no,
He
he got it so hard. I feel like I'm like unraveling now. It's like you put the camera on me and I just unravel like a mummy. And there's nothing under my skin. It's just like, and that was it. Artosis disappeared because he knew no one could listen to his commentary ever again.
You guys,
great. It works.
You look both a little rattled after what he said.
Well, he was saying it. I'm like, oh my God, this is what we do.
Yeah.
And then Day9's like, at least the bookmark thing I only did once. It's not my entire commentary career. I'm like, oh my God, like everything I do is wrong and weak.
Don't mention bookmarks.
Oh, gosh. And, of course, everyone watching is like, what's a book?
Certainly, what's a bookmark, man? Nobody has those anymore.
Yeah, you get an e-reader.
Yeah, or like...
Or you just don't read, which is what most people do nowadays.
Unfortunately.
That's a good strat.
I'm really hoping that we have the exact same brain lapse with Day9 again, but it's like in a slightly different order this time, where he's like, do you guys think my bookmarks are too little or something like that? And we're like, oh, it actually did happen again the second time, because we ended in such a good high note.
We did.
Yeah, that was fun.
I hope we go to 5 games here, man. I don't know what's going to happen. See what I'm doing? I'm going back into it. See how
I know,
do it?
I know. It's okay, Nick.
I'm like, this guy might win, and it would be
We all got
really
our thing.
short, or the other guy might win, and it could be long.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's exactly what In Control said.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the prophecy of In Control. Yep, there's the early barracks, the early engineering bay. So the thing that Dan was talking about earlier, the 5-rack style, is basically once upon a time, the mid and end game of Terran was just lots of Marines and lots of science vessels, and then tanks existed for some extra support and defense. But if you wanted to do that, you couldn't build too many barracks at the start because it would delay your science vessels too much. It would delay your tanks too much. And yeah, you'd have a bunch of Marines, but then you'd have like one tank and one vessel against a Defiler army, and you'd lose. So it was not very in vogue to go for lots and lots and lots of barracks. But once these Terrans realized, oh, I'm just going to do a big mech transition, now suddenly it's okay to go for 5 barracks, do tons of huge pressure, because you have a super strong play that follows it, which is a whole bunch of factories and 4 base. So to support that, you see this early engineering bay to get the +1 started right away. And given that we're on Circuit Breaker, and given that Nyoken has scouted this 3-hatch Spire thing, I think it's like 100% chance we're going to see 5 racks pushing at a Nyoken.
Totes.
I like to make comments that are complete unto themselves.
Yeah.
It's done
Yeah.
now. The
I love
comment
when
is-
you sum up everything that's there, and then we all sit here
Yeah,
quietly.
we're
I'm
like,
like,
all right.
guys, someone
I'm
come
like-
up with a joke.
I'm like, Dan's probably
Yeah.
going to say something real fast.
Can't add
This is
anything
why we
to
need
that.
in control here.
That's
Because
all.
some
That's
of
the
in
only
control,
reason I'm
in
here.
control basically sits and waits in the shadows of a cast like this, right?
The more people you add to the
his
cast,
blade is drawn,
Yeah.
and he basically waits, and if I say something like really smart and technical, he gets that laugh. Goes, well, I get
My laugh?
Your laugh.
yes, that's it. That's actually it. Yeah.
Yeah. It goes tasteless. Nobody cares about that. And then if I say something, and then I say something really basic, he's like tasteless. Everybody knows that. And I'm sitting there on a tightrope, like trying to walk through this cast. Like, how exactly do I cast it to his liking? And this is
Let's not paint the picture that you're super concerned about that.
no, really not.
I make fun of you, and then you like 2 minutes later do exactly what I was talking about. And
Yeah.
you just kind of go on.
So I think we got him, though.
You did.
I
Yeah.
think we got him.
Well, I mean, you described what he does.
Yeah.
But is that really getting it?
We did this for
I'm like,
years.
he wears
though.
glasses.
Whoa.
Got him. Check and mate.
No, I love it, dude. We used to do this all the time.
This is
now
so
there's people
fun.
listening to us.
Seriously. So
That was all I did. Was when we sat on Ventrilo. I wasn't like leading the charge in the conversation. I just sat back and waited, and Machine would say like, "How do you spell hot dog?" C5.
It's a hard word to spell. I'm so glad you got to tell that
Ooh,
story.
This is
Yeah.
a nice little
Oh,
counter
wow.
swing by Rhett. And look at how non-committal it is. It's just 4 lings, right? It's not that much at all. But
Caused a lot of damage. They
they're going to run left.
Okay, how many kills does he have on those lings?
This is actually cleaned up.
Oh,
Lings are such a different beast in Brood War.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
I won a
Way
game yesterday
better.
by running 4 Lings past a Protoss that was Forge expanding, and
Oh,
he just couldn't deal with it.
There's,
and that was
just
it.
nothing you can.
Just
it's
4 Lings
crazy.
though.
And then even if you're a great Protoss player, you might eventually hold it on and then lose like 30 minutes later as they have the whole map.
Or if you're a great Zerg, I'm not trying to call myself great, but we've seen Jadong in these guys with their Lings. They get into
Oh,
base
yeah.
effort. It's just like that's it. It's lights out. Vultures? Remember when a vulture shows up and you don't have the right response for it?
Oh, yeah.
You like just have Lings or something like that?
God, that was well done by Rhett. Except for the fact that the rest of the Zerglings didn't do anything.
Rhett is playing well.
Is there something that Nyoken's doing wrong? I'm genuinely curious here because I
Is
don't
it?
get this matchup this well. Like when he moves out like that, is it? Can you just not do that at this phase of the game, or is he not controlling it right?
These Marines, you just need to be very careful with your Marines to make sure that they stay together because, if you have packs of 10 Marines,
Yeah,
12 Marines,
yeah.
Zerglings suddenly can deal huge damage to them.
It's like you're supposed to move, like, let's say 2/3 of the way across the center and then go back and, like, bring your other Marines up. Like, if you watch Flash or Last, they're always reinforcing until they realize that you're transitioning.
Oh no!
Oh, yes.
If you lose
That's just
enough
amazing.
early on, sometimes they just can bust you down. Terran's really brittle till they have like a heavy core amount of their units. Like one Marine alone is basically the worst thing in the game. And look at this. This is exactly how you want to do it in this matchup is you just leave when the mutas are clearly going to start getting gunned down and go back and you can recollect and probably come in even again if he wants.
It's transitioning, bruh.
Oh, he's going to go for... Oh, never mind. No.
It's a fast queen, or it's queen.
He's
I was
going
like,
for
it's called
Queens.
Guardians. I was like,
Lurkers.
Guardians. He could, but I think
do
he's probably just going
Guardians.
to go with Defilers.
Yeah, it's a safer answer, I guess.
Yeah.
Not bad. Red hasn't really poked in with the mutas themselves. We can do that now, of course, as I say that. A lot of times Terrans will have peripheral missile turrets as well, but I think because Nyoken's taken so many damages, he basically doesn't think he can afford it.
This is traditional Zerg vs. Terran right now, by the way. It's
Yeah.
Ling Muta with
Yeah.
Mutalisk doing lots of harassment, and this is buying time for Zerg to get other stuff set up. It's complete opposite of the tempo of the last game.
He's going for double starport, which is kind of neat. You can still go like an SK Terranish type of style. It's
great.
And nothing wrong with that.
SK Terran, by the way, is heavy Marine, heavy Science Vessel, and some other things, like occasionally a few Vultures, occasionally a few tanks, but mainly those 2 sets of units.
Yeah, but like lots of upgrades for your Marines as well. You're really rushing towards
It's like
3-3.
double eBay,
So basically-
6
Yeah.
or 8 barracks type.
Yeah.
I think Mech's completely out of the question here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's
Yeah, he
just-
has no
he's
transition
going
for
to
it.
go back to what worked for him at that time period.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it can't be stressed enough. The reason the mech transition works is that you get the space. You get the space on the map to be able to plant mines and take bases. And if you don't have that space, it is strictly incorrect.
Oh!
Hold position lurkers.
Not Triggered
Obeyed
out.
orders to the
Denied.
end.
Yes.
Oh, that's so bad. Yes, hold position
D9
lurkers are
even. Get it?
D9.
Oh,
See?
it's good for branding, dude.
God, is it
Branding.
Oh, got me right in the branding.
Gotcha. Well,
Oh,
not great
okay.
here.
Rhett had a very strong mid-game opening, but at this point in time, I mean, this is looking worse and worse for Rhett.
Did
as time
Rhett
goes on.
always pick Zerg against Terran? Or
Yes.
did he because a lot of the guys that pick the race based off the matchup, a lot of them would go Protoss versus Terran, but
No,
that's
he was
interesting. He just
Always Zerg.
Yeah, his ZVT's always been really good too.
and then if it's against a Zerg player, it's he just goes Terran, right? Is that it?
Baristan, what are you
Or does Rhett do ZVZ now? Is
He
No.
plays ZVZ right now
What?
because of the ladder.
Really?
Well, you can only choose one
Oh,
race and then it
that's
queues you.
good.
But that's why specifically.
Interesting.
So he might stay ZVZ because of that. He was saying to me.
His TVZ was actually probably his best matchup, though.
Yeah,
it
he
the
was
best.
like he and Hydra were just
Which was
madness
funny.
at that matchup.
He was very much so a Zerg player, but his TVZ was probably his
And
best matchup.
yeah, and actually he did the precursor to this 5X play. Like he went 4X Marine Medic basically every game and just shut down third bases. That was like how Rhett played, and people just had such a hard time.
Oh, he's just so mechanically sound too.
Yeah,
He's just
yeah.
very good.
so
It's kind of cool too because he was a Zerg player that understood TVZ, so there's some kind of
yeah,
It super
a
reinforces
specialist in that
matchup.
matchup on both sides.
I mean, Nyoken can... I don't know how many lurkers are there.
You can't tell with these.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
That's
The
three.
new drawing on that, it's pretty tricky.
Is he gonna bust him?
is he
Oh
gonna
my
break through?
god!
Wait a minute!
Oh.
Wait a minute! What?
Bro.
Wow, that was actually.
I didn't think even Nyoken's sitting in there like, how many lurkers are there exactly?
there's 3 again.
All right,
Can't do it now, man. No way.
here we go.
Yeah, he's gonna.
No,
he's
gonna
gonna
do
break
it.
through.
He's gonna. We're
He
still
gets
waiting.
that Defiler,
I
man.
don't believe it.
Where's Dark Swarm? He needs consume. He needs consume.
Oh,
No, guys, that's a Defiler. It actually
Oh,
does
he
nothing.
lost the Defiler.
It literally
Wait a
does
minute.
nothing until it eats its people.
he,
It
does he
comes
not? He
out-
does not have a scan. Is that it?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
needs to get that Nidus.
You're running up and picking the knife.
This has been fantastic, though. What he just did there, like he killed so many lurkers and a Defiler, the strongest unit in the game
Yeah, but if he doesn't expand, he just dies.
Yeah, I mean, it's up there in the top 3
of Zerg.
units.
Nicely done, guys. Oh, he's just gonna park now.
Well, I mean, he didn't send enough of his army up there to reinforce that.
Where's the science vessels, man? That's what's missing
Seriously,
here.
I mean, once the vessels start coming out. Now, he's building
it's
vultures.
going wraiths.
Yeah, just like I said, guys. Day9 was wrong.
Now, Nyoken should still be building Marines. Can you check on the main base to see if he's still building Marines?
Oh, what?
Oh,
Probably not.
Nyoken has gone
I'm
mad.
gonna say
No,
not.
go to the base. Yes, like...
But there's more barracks making there. We're like, what?
I don't understand.
He's gonna go land him in the base
Yeah.
of Rhett and make
He
fire
just
bets.
flies over, some of the Scourge pop out and hit the barracks. I'm like, new meta.
It's a huge pump fake, man.
Yeah, this is very, very dangerous.
I
Irradiate.
can't believe he's doing. I don't agree with this.
Here come the Scourge. Here come the Scourge. I'm telling you, man. Get out. Get out.
Irradiate it. Get it. Get it. Get him. Yes.
Wow. Look at those Dark Swarms, though, man.
Looks like he's
So
shooting his
good.
own medics or something.
Yeah.
It's okay. They don't take damage, but that is a little bit weird.
How does Rhett always find these angles?
Look at how they frolic when they run.
Well, if you got hands like that, you kind of have to, man. You ever tried running with your googly hands above your head?
Oh yeah, all the time.
That's
So I
actually...
run to the studio every day and just got a cast.
I gotta.
Oh, 1, 2. We're doing Sesame Street casting here. 3.
3 science.
3
vessels.
sides. 3.
3 science vessel. Oh.
You know that I am called the Count.
Whoa.
Keep going.
Because I really love to count. Sometimes I sit and count all day. I actually know the whole song, man.
Do you
Yeah.
know the whole song?
Sometimes I get carried away. I count slowly, getting faster.
What are you?
Why do you know this?
Oh, God, I just know this song.
Do you know that song? In Control of
No, what is that?
the Sesame Street account?
Yeah, well, I know the count, but I know he has a song.
Oh, he's got a song.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
Run away from your own mine! What a weird feeling to lay your mine and see it scooting across the map back at you, and you're like, come on.
No, I know. Everything damages Terran stuff, man. Even Terran stuff.
Not the Space Marine, though. They shoot true.
Space Marine. That's when in Control really wants to troll. He calls them
Space
Space
Marines.
Marines. I just remembered this now. Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, Rhett has pretty good control of the entire map
Yeah, he
Like-
needs to get his mines out, like, immediately.
Yeah, he
in
seems,
huge numbers.
he
Yeah.
seems in control. It's good for branding.
Wow.
He is so barely holding onto that bottom left base.
Wow.
Yeah, this is what makes this transition to mech so difficult and so challenging.
Do you guys think he should have stayed on SK Terran this whole game?
Yeah.
I did not think he would try to switch.
I
into
don't.
it.
I don't think he beats Red if he stays on SK Terran. So I do like the fact that he's switching. I think this gives him a better chance because, like,
I mean, you can delay it. You can just apply more pressure and get a little more stability, and you know, build 2 factory while pumping.
well, if he just focuses on laying mines as much as possible, like, I understand he wants to get the space up, for instance, but, like, if he just gets every mine out of every vulture for the next couple minutes, I think he just kind of stabilizes the map, and then Rhett has to be a little bit more clever with how he's doing everything, and that will buy him the time to take all these bases.
It's kind of working.
Scan,
Skip,
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 run.
skinny doo bop.
Ooh, right before the lings get there.
Gotta be careful
So,
with these vultures.
This is
gosh.
actually pretty exhausting for both sides here. There's so many weird engages where if you miscontrol slightly, you lose your entire army all at once just due to the mines. And it could be for the Terran or the Zerg, so it's pretty crazy. The end. That's my story, guys. What do you think?
Wow.
This is pretty. Yeah.
That was a good story. You
I
should
got a lot of good
self-publish.
stories like that.
Yeah.
You know.
So, okay, I don't see Red holding on very much longer.
What?
He's trying to be tasteless.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
okay.
picked up on it.
Well, see,
Dan's like, I know that
there's-
voice.
He's like, what do you say, tasteless?
Yeah, there's actually no mines on the left side of the map. Like, there's 2 barracks
Yeah.
that are floating, but oh my gosh,
That
gotta
actually
be
might be what he's
careful.
been
This
doing
is
wrong.
this
I think
is what happened to him in game 1. Is he didn't have his
Oh,
mines
no,
like
there he is
everywhere.
on the left, on the left, on the left.
All of his mines in a box on the left.
I got you. That's
Oh!
That's
nice.
Oh,
Got the
Destiny's
defiler.
Child. Destiny's Child, right?
Everything you
own in a mine in the box to the left. There's nothing more cool than when Ultra slams a Widow mine as it's coming at it.
Yeah, so is that how that works? Can they
The
actually
spider
kill?
mines,
They
yeah,
actually,
spider
actually kill the spider mine before
Yes.
it
Yeah,
comes
yeah.
out. Wow, I didn't know that.
They totally can.
They just go.
It's
Get
funny.
out of
Zerglings even do it sometimes.
So
It's
we're starting
It's
to see
funny.
tanks come out, which is the big stabilizing component. But step 1 is, of course, a lot of vultures on the left, planting mines, and they're just not there.
yeah. Like I want to see more vultures. Like I feel like there is a stabilization point, and then you have a bunch of vultures. You sit in front of the minefields. It slows the lings down. It just makes it so complicated.
Here's a thought. You know, we see those barracks get picked up and float out across the map. You know, Zerg doesn't have drop immediately when they're doing this, right? They're trying to take up the defilers.
Right.
Maybe you should actually get some Marines on the ramp there, and then put SCVs on the ramp and put the barracks over the SCVs, because if they're going Ling Ultra, they can't get up it.
That's a great
That's
point.
true.
Yeah.
That's actually a nice trick. A lot of people don't know is if you have range units behind SCVs that can't be seen because you're floating something over it, then the melee units can't attack the SCVs.
Unsieged tanks are actually quite good against Ultralisks,
Yeah.
because the damage output of a tank when it is unsieged is more than its damage output when it is sieged, but it has range and splash when it's sieged. So.
Yeah.
Oh, he got
For
plagued.
single target, it's actually better.
It's going to be it for Nyoken. I think stretching across the map to expand was his doom.
That's
Yeah.
it. GG.
GG. Yeah, you know, I mean, this is the modern looking style, but it's the transition to mech that is the really, really, really hard part.
Yeah. Yeah. And to be honest, everything kind of went wrong early on as well. With the Marine Medic, you are supposed to be able to at least slow